Hello, my friends. We're going back to the river today. Today, that's what the river sounds like. I love the river. You know, when we work on the river, that we do a lot of different things. And today, we're going to work a lot on crossing strings. I want you to notice how my arm is parallel to the stick. And so when we actually cross strings to make it a fluid crossing pattern, we want to be really mindful of having the arm. You see how my arm, this part of my arm right here, is like parallel to this stick. So if I'm on the G string, I'm here. If I'm on the D string, I'm here. A string here and E string here. I'm going to show you how to practice this today on this lesson, and I'm also going to share some other things. We'll do some ear training like we normally do. I'll have you play after me, and I'll also give you even some improvisation tips. But the main thrust is going to be about the bow arm and crossing strings. It's going to be awesome. I'll show you just really briefly what it looks like when I cross strings, and I'll be improvising on this. So when you cross those strings, you want it to feel smooth. All right, so as always, when we get into this lesson right now, I'd like for you, if you're a student and if you want to get credit from your teacher, go ahead and get your recording device, a separate device, and you're going to be ready so that you can hit record and play along with me. So you record yourself doing that, and then you could submit that to your teacher for credit. Or even if you don't submit it to your teacher for credit, you can listen to it and you can notice things about your playing, because that's the single best way that we improve, is by listening back and noticing things. Before we get right into the lesson, and obviously you want to have your instrument as well, before we get right into the lesson, I just want to make a note here for teachers as well as students that to make sure to access the full free playlist here at this YouTube channel, I'm linking to the playlist below. We've got 20 videos as of today, and I'm adding 2 every day completely free. Also, if you would like deeper personalized work and more courses, if you like these videos, you won't believe how good the courses are, then please consider joining my private online studio, which is Creative Strings Academy. For teachers, I'll personalize lesson plans for you. I give everybody a free private lesson, no matter who you are, and help you get on your way, and I give you a lot of personalized support. I'm currently offering that free 30 days access. So anyway, let's get into the lesson. Are you ready? So we're going to start with what I already showed you, which is just checking out our arm, and you can do the same thing on cello, by the way. And even though I'm going to be playing, or viola, and I'm going to be playing G, D, A, and E, you can do the same things with your C, G, D, and A strings, and it's totally fine if you're playing a different string than me, okay? So we're going to start with making sure that our arm is parallel with the stick, more or less. So you see the stick, and then you see this part of my arm, and this part of my arm. So it's not like this, and it's not like that. It's like this. They're on one plane. And just put it on G. A lot of times what people do is they tend to do this when they're on the G string. I think it's because they have a fear of being tickled or being bitten by some kind of animal or something. I don't know. I think we just naturally are a little bit afraid to expand our bodies, and doing this feels a little bit vulnerable. So let's get that elbow up. Let's feel what that feels like to be exposed under our arm there, and just look at it. And now move it down to D, and notice how your arm moves. And before I even move the bow, my arm leads the bow to A, and then my arm again leads the bow to E, and then coming back, my elbow leads to A, and I want you to do this with me. My elbow leads to D, and it leads to G. And the whole time, you can see I'm noticing myself right now. We're looking for that basically to be on one plane. You might not always be sure, but if you video yourself, it's going to help you. So let's just do that again. We're on G. We lead to D with our arm. Don't overdo it. Go to A, go to E, and then go back to A, and then back to D, and then back to G. Let's just do it a couple more times, and then it's gonna get interesting, trust me. You can do it kind of on your own time here. Just switching G, D, A, E, A, D, G. Awesome, awesome. Now what we want to do is we want to put this to rhythm. So we're going to do 4 strokes on G, 4 strokes on D. Well, maybe we'll do 2. Let's do 2. So just jump in with me if you can. We'll start with G, 2, 1, 2. D, A, E, and then going back, stay on E again, A, D, G. Same thing, G, D, A, E, E, A, D. Let's just do that a couple more times. And you can play fuller, really full bows. You can play at the frog, or in the middle, or you can use the whole bow, or at the tip. In fact, it'd be great to just explore what it's like at the tip, what it's like at the middle, and at the frog. Kind of wispy because I don't want to be too loud. Awesome. You're doing great. You're doing great. It's going to get even more interesting. I promise you. I'm going to turn down the backing track just a little bit. And now what we're going to do is we're going to turn it into 4 notes per bow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, we're going to get even more ambitious and cool with how we cross strings. But this is just a great drill for you to do. It's fun to do it over the river. At the end of this, I'm even going to give you the river as a backing track for you to use and do your own things with. So make sure to stick around. Probably leave the last 2 or 3 minutes where you can just use this as your own backing track. So let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Ready? On G. To D. Leading with your arm. The arm drops. Then the arm rises to leave the bow. Again, maybe take it to the middle. Take it to the frog. It's going to feel different at the frog. That's okay. And then full bows. How full can you make it? Really full bows. Awesome, awesome. So let's see what else we can do now with this. I think we're going to get even more interesting. How about if we do just like that. Let's do it with open G and open D. Ready? 2 and ready and go. Thinking about leading with your arm. The arm moves first, the bow follows. One plane. Now we're going to go from D to A. D and A. Or if you're in cello or viola, you can be on G and D now if you want. I'm going to go to the middle of the bow and see how that feels. And I'm going to move to the frog. Now A and E at the frog. Great job, great job. Just a couple more variations on this. It's going to be a great exercise. What I'd like to try now is, what if we did... I think that would be fun. Let's just do a couple of those, then we'll change it up from there. Ready, and go, and... Focusing on the right arm. You notice I'm even holding my violin here because I'm just focused. Now let's go G, D, G, D, and then D, G. Again, G, D, and then D, G. And now at D, A. And then A, D. Again, D, A, D. And you know what's next? A and E. And then E, A. Congratulations, you got through this entire warm-up on string crossings. I really appreciate it. I am going to make another video, a separate video with this particular track of the river, and I'm going to talk a lot about how you can improvise around it. But I'll just really briefly give you a suggestion about what you can do and just see what you want to do with that over this backing track. I'll let it play for a couple minutes. Before I do, I'm just going to give you one tip, okay? One tip, and that is that you can use any notes in a major scale, the G major scale. The G major scale. If you know the G major scale, then you know that it has one sharp, and that is F sharp. And so we can do that anywhere on our instrument. You can even add these notes. And then you can improvise over the track, just choosing different rhythms, choosing different speeds, different melodic shapes, and I just love to hear what you come up with. And what I'm going to do in the next video after this is I'm going to give you some more specific things to do with improvisation. What I'll do right now is I'll just give you a little improvisation of my own, and then I'm going to let the backing track run so you can do whatever you want. Okay? Let's see how this goes. That's my improvisation. Now I'm going to let this run for you for about the next 2 minutes, and it's just your personal backing track to do whatever you want with. And you can record yourself and submit it to your teacher. It's always great to see you here, and I always welcome your comments. And until I see you again, happy practicing.